I made over $250,000 trading prop firms in the last 12 months, and I'm going to show you my exact trading strategy I used to do it in the next 10 minutes. First, I'll start with the proof from my payout dashboards, then I'll show you guys the strategy. As you can see, this is lucid trading right here. This is from this week to July 28th, all of my payout requests. And again, I'm not just doing this on one firm. This is Take Profit Trader, who I am permanently live funded with, which means I can't even go back to simulated accounts because my performance is so good with them. These are all those recent payouts with them. And we have, again, Top Step here. As you can see, these are all requests showing you I've been doing this continuously throughout this year with multiple different firms. We also have my funded futures, which I'm live funded with as well. Futures Elite. Here's another page from Take Profit Trader. Overall, I'm up over $160,000 in total prop firm payouts just year to date, and we're only halfway through the year. So without wasting any more time, let me actually show you this strategy. So with my strategy, there's actually two of the exact same entries you're going to get provided basically every single day. Sometimes you get both, sometimes you get one or the other. One is going to be right at the market open, one's going to be at 10 a.m. Eastern. Both of them are the exact same strategy, which I'll be covering in this video. And again, for time purposes of this video, we're not going to go over a ton of different examples. We're going to go over one specific day where I took both of those trades, which actually was 2 days ago. As you can see here, we get this all the time. This is on 8-9 right here, got a bottom tick, same exact strategy right there. Okay, we can see 8-6. We got the 740 tick play, which actually did end up moving 1,000 ticks, and I made over $10,000 on one my funded futures account with that. Also for these two trades, here's my fill on the one we're going to go over, and I also took the second one on a different account, all streamed live with my community. So now that you know it's actually repeatable, I've been trading this for years. Let's go into the exact concept here. So basically, all I am doing is trading only one candlestick. Okay, now I know what you're thinking. That sounds way too simple, but let me break it down. Every single candlestick that forms in the market has candlestick anatomy, meaning it has a candlestick body, it has a bottom wick, and a top wick. Okay, now all we are doing is trading candlestick anatomy. But first, what we need to know is what part of the candlestick actually forms first and what part forms last. Because if we can identify what part forms first, we can trade in the direction of the rest of the entire candlestick. Okay, so what I mean is first, obviously, the candlestick opens, right? That's common knowledge. Now, generally, if your bias is going to be bullish for the day, what will happen is a candlestick will form a bottom wick, okay, before forming the rest of the candlestick, okay? So that means step one is opening, step two is forming the bottom wick of that candlestick. What then happens? The day is bullish, the rest of the candlestick is going to get put in all the way until we form a top wick, which is going to be the third thing that happens with a candlestick. Then finally, we are going to close, obviously, which is 4. This is how all candlesticks form, okay? If you have a bias, generally, we are going to form the bottom wick before pushing higher. And if you're bearish, generally, the candlestick's going to open, form its top wick before getting lower, okay? That is called a manipulation. But that's simply just exactly what we're trading. Now, you might be thinking, okay, what candlestick do I get? How do I spot this entry? Where do I actually enter within the candlestick? How do I know it's going to stop manipulating? Let's answer all those questions right now. So the exact candlestick we're going to be trading traditionally is going to be the 4-hour candle. Okay, now we trade 2 candlesticks, which we'll get to in the recap. But let's assume we're trading a 4-hour candle every single time. Okay, now what we are actually entering off of is the lower time frame genetic makeup of this candlestick. Okay, so what does the 4-hour candle forming look like on the 1-minute time frame? What does that look like? What it looks like is step one, we open. Okay, have you ever heard of a power of 3? If you've watched my videos, you definitely have. A power of 3 is a also fractal trading concept where price will accumulate, manipulate, then distribute. Manipulation is basically when you sweep out liquidity, the market's tapped into some sort of point of interest, and then price is ready to go. This is how the market moves. We don't just go straight up and straight down. We move in powers of 3 to put in these actual larger institutional volume moves in the market because they don't have enough liquidity to just keep going straight up. They have to complete a power of 3. Okay, so that's exactly what the lower time frame genetic makeup looks like on a high time frame candlestick. So all we're looking to see on the 1 minute chart is accumulation at the opening, then a manipulation to put in the bottom wick of that candlestick. Once we see price manipulate and we start to see a reversal back to the upside, that's when we know, okay, this candlestick is going to put in the rest of its candle body in top wick. So that's where you want to enter your position. And you just want to ride the institutional volume, the distribution, after you know price is actually reversing out of that manipulation. If that all sounded too fast, the entire strategy is literally just 3 steps. You wait for price to move sideways. You wait for price to move down. Once we start to move back up, then you enter, stop loss at the low, and target liquidity. That's literally the entire strategy. So let's take a look. So I always start at the higher time frames to get my bias. We're rebalancing out of a daily gap here, and it clearly looks like we're going to break out. We have liquidity to target up here. And also this week was CPI and this week was PPI, both of which got positive data releases. So everything's pointing me towards longs today. I'm going to assume that high time frame candlestick is going to be bullish. So I'm waiting for a bottom wick to be put in. Now let's trade the first version of this first, which is going to be the market open version of the power of 3. Okay. So essentially all we're waiting for is exactly what we drew out. The only difference with the market open strategy versus 10 a.m. is you want to be using the 30-minute candlestick. Okay. The market moves a lot quicker at the market open, and a new 4-hour candlestick opens at 10 a.m. So all we're doing is a 30-minute candlestick. If you don't know how to put a candlestick next to your chart, if you go to indicators on TradingView and you look up HTF Power 3, it's a free indicator. Go do that, click settings, click 30-minute time frame. Okay. Same exact concept. The market's just going to be moving a little bit quicker. So you might have to be a tad more predictive with your entries on this. Okay. But right before the market open, this is what we see. We see accumulation. Okay. So I go ahead and mark that out. Okay. Clearly the market is moving sideways relative to what price has been doing. This is trending. This is accumulation. Right when the market opens and that new 30-minute candle opens, we want to see a bottom wick put in. Okay. Now, how do I know where price is going to stop? Okay. Generally, we look for a nearest fair value gap on the 5 to 15 minute to 1 hour time frame. Okay. So here, as we can see, we have a couple of imbalances here. We have a 5-minute gap here. We have a 5-minute gap here. This is a 15-minute gap. But anyways, I'm basically just waiting to see price stop. Okay. So right here, we tap into this lowest gap, and then we start to see a reaction back to the upside. Okay. Now, once you get really good at this, you can be predictive and you can enter the second we tap into gaps. Okay. But on the market open PO3, like I said, it moves a lot quicker. You could go and switch to the 30-second, look for entry confirmations. But basically, once you see that pretty significant reaction back to the upside and a green candlestick start to print, that's where you can get your entry. Okay. Now we have accumulation. We manipulated into a gap to put in the bottom wick of that candlestick. So I'm going to enter with my candlestick at the low. And then I'm going to look over here to see what we could possibly target. Okay, great. We have liquidity right here. I can set my take profit at about 500 ticks. And we can ride that to the upside. And as you can see, it plays out very nicely. Now what we're going to do is we're going to switch this to the 4-hour candlestick. Okay, and operate at the exact same process. Okay, so basically all I'm waiting for is for this new 4-hour candlestick to open. Okay, same exact principle. I'm waiting for price to accumulate, manipulate into a gap, and then distribute. Okay, so immediately, generally when we rip at the market open, we're looking for a little bit of a higher time frame gap, usually minimum 15-minute. And if we've really ripped, then we're looking for an hourly gap. So I have this 15-minute gap marked out here. That's initially what I'm starting to watch. Okay. So again, we've just been moving sideways here. We've accumulated since this 4-hour candlestick opens. We have a 4-hour gap right here. Okay. Now at this point in time, what I'm seeing is we haven't manipulated, right? We haven't manipulated. Our bias is bullish. The bottom wick has not been put in. It literally got put in the first minute. Okay, so there's no real manipulation there. There's no power of 3, right? So we're looking for a power of 3. These colors are getting a little confusing, so apologies about that. But let's take a look at the timing. Okay, what's happened here? We now have an hourly gap. Okay, so that's what we're going to use. Now that we have an hourly fair value gap, same exact thing. It's where the 15-minute was anyway, so it doesn't really make a difference. Let me change this color to not confuse you. So again, this is all we're looking for here. We're looking for a manipulation. Okay, so right here, we can see price finally taps into this fair value gap. We're finally getting a manipulation on price. Now, for my entry confirmation, because we're trading a 4-hour power of 3 instead of the 30-minute power of 3, our entry doesn't have to be as quick, and we can wait for more entry confirmation because the move can happen a tad bit slower than that 30-minute does. So what I'm going to do is 2 things. I'm going to wait for an IFEG plus new gaps respected. Okay, that's all I'm going to do. 2 entry confirmations. Let me show you exactly what I mean. So a lot of PO3 traders are going to enter right here. Why is that a problem? For order flow reasons, order flow has not been confirmed. What did we do? Yes, we did inverse one bearish gap, but the new fair value gaps formed after this manipulation were not respected. As you can see, they were instantly disrespected. So this is all we're waiting for. Okay. All we're waiting for is for the new bullish gaps to get respected. Okay. So we keep trending down, we keep trending down. Now we have inversed all these bearish gaps. All I'm waiting for is a new bullish gap to get tapped into and respected, which is exactly what we see here. Okay, price taps into a new bullish fair value gap after this manipulation, confirming that order flow has officially changed back to buyers being in control. The low of the 4-hour is put in. Now we can enter our position here with our stop loss all the way at the low. As you can see, because of volume, this one did take quite a while to actually play out. So we can switch this to the 5-minute time frame to speed things up here for you guys. Okay, just targeting the accumulation highs here for a 1.76 risk to reward. The last thing I want to explain with this strategy here is you're not always going to get both of these entries. You're not always going to get 2 a day. Sometimes the market open will play very, very cleanly, and we'll be in a segment where the market open plays a lot cleaner than 10 a.m. Then we'll have segments of price action, potentially a week or 2 at a time, where 10 a.m. is much cleaner. Okay, so you do want to pick and choose. If the market open doesn't look clean, majority of the time you're going to wait for 10 a.m. If market open was clean and you caught it or you didn't, and 10 a.m. is just not looking great, then just sit out and wait until the next day. I'd also like to say that strategy is really only half of the entire game of trading with prop firms. I have a degree in financial planning, and I also trained at a private wealth management firm with over 9 figures in asset under management. And I basically just applied all of that portfolio diversification knowledge that I learned into the game of prop firms as well. In my mentorship, I give students both halves, the strategy and the prop firm portfolio. I literally build it for them and basically modify it as they continue to trade and get payouts and scale. We've gotten people like Alan his first 10K in payouts after getting no payouts after trading for 2 years. We have prop firm leaderboard record setters like Jay, who was a top 100 trader at Apex, and Tyler, who took a $50,000 funded account to a $106,000 account balance, getting the record payout for the month with Elite. And people like Dan, who are at the point with me where they are live funded with prop firms and just send me 5-figure payouts to wake up to in the morning, like this one with $18,000 and this one with 10. So if you want to apply to be a part of the mentorship where I build your entire prop firm portfolio and manage it alongside you all the way up until $50,000 in payouts, we do keep it small so I can actually get you guys there. Just go ahead and apply below. We'll see if you're a good fit. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and got a lot of value out of it. If you are more interested in learning about the way that I personally trade with prop firms, I'm going to go ahead and put the video right here. I put it all in my most recent YouTube video. So go ahead and watch that and you can actually learn the other half to this crucial game.